Welcome to Tech Blueprint, a window that lets you know the latest technology news in the world. A reversal has occurred in the Nexperia case, with a Dutch minister speaking with China, suggesting a reconciliation may be imminent. The Nexperia incident has garnered widespread attention in China over the past 2 days, largely due to the fact that Dutch officials are directly intervening to deprive Chinese companies of their rights to overseas assets. This type of action is unprecedented in the Netherlands. Coupled with the involvement of the United States, the incident quickly captured the attention of the Chinese public. At a critical juncture for China's semiconductor industry's domestic substitution drive, the Netherlands' bold move will inevitably face resolute countermeasures from China. As expected, a reversal began to emerge shortly after the incident. According to a report by Observer.com, on October 21, Minister of Commerce Wang Wentao spoke with Dutch Minister of Economics, Karamans, at their request. The two sides exchanged views on Nexperia and other issues. What does this round of contact between the two parties convey to the outside world? Why do I say a reversal is imminent? It is understood that a key factor in this Nexperia incident is the Chinese company Wingtech Technology. Because the procedures and processes followed in the acquisition of Nexperia were completely legal, the Netherlands can only use the so-called Supply of Goods Act to freeze Wingtech Technology's overseas assets. It is precisely because of the legality of the acquisition of Nexperia from Wingtech that the Netherlands remained silent when China implemented rare earth controls and restricted Nexperia China's international shipments. However, for the current European automotive industry, a reversal of events is likely imminent. There are 3 reasons for this. First, if the European automotive industry halts production due to a chip shortage, it will inflict even greater economic losses on the Netherlands and other European countries. These losses cannot be offset by a single company, and it would not be economically viable for the Netherlands to proceed in this manner. Thus, under pressure from European automakers, the Netherlands must find a short-term solution to the Nexperia chip supply problem. Second, the Netherlands' forced seizure of Chinese company assets is not legitimate. The reason for using the Supply of Goods Act is that the continuity and security of key technological knowledge and capabilities in the Netherlands and Europe are threatened. Critical chip manufacturing is still in the Netherlands, and patented technology is also in the hands of the Netherlands. How can Chinese companies pose a substantial threat? Instead, it is the Netherlands' proactive restrictions that have led to chip supply shortages for European automakers. It's clear who is undermining the international trade system. In fact, Wingtech Technology's statement offers a better understanding of the situation. Wingtech Technology issued a statement on the evening of the 12th, sternly denouncing that the Dutch government's freeze on Nexperia's global operations, under the unfounded pretext of national security, is excessive intervention based on geopolitical bias. Wingtech Technology strongly protests this discriminatory treatment of Chinese companies. A company's operations are inherently market-driven. China holds over 40% of Nexperia's market share, and establishing R&D centers and foundries in China is inherently a response to market changes. Yet, it is unfair that they have been subjected to this unwarranted disaster. Third, the Netherlands has proactively sought communication with China. The recent communication between Dutch Economy Minister Karel Cremens and the Chinese Minister of Foreign Affairs marks the beginning of a reconciliation between the two sides. Chinese companies will inevitably rely on the demand of the European market, and European companies will also rely on the Chinese supply chain. This mutually reinforcing and mutually beneficial relationship has existed for decades. In today's global supply chain facing the challenge of US tariffs, no one wants the situation to escalate or worsen. Cremens stated that the Netherlands attaches great importance to its economic and trade relations with China and is willing to communicate closely with China to find a constructive solution to the Nexperia issue. This is essentially clarifying the current situation, helping both sides to openly and reasonably manage their differences, and creating new channels for resolving the impact of these issues. Pressure from European automakers, the legally unreasonable enforcement process, and China's countermeasures are all factors that inevitably led to a reversal in this situation. This incident serves as a reminder to all Chinese companies, when operating high-tech companies overseas, they must ensure adequate patent and technology protection. Take Nexperia, for example. After being acquired by Wingitech Technology, they should have replaced a significant number of senior executives with Chinese nationality, but they continued to employ foreign executives, creating operational risks for the company. If it weren't for the collusion between senior executives, this tragedy might not have occurred, leading to the incident escalating to a national level. What are your thoughts on this? Feel free to leave a comment and discuss.